Hi guys, so I'm gonna read the next few issues of Fantastic Four. I changed my mind about it. I'm gonna read the a bunch of one. I don't know how many I'm gonna read, but I'm gonna read a bunch of them. I will go back and do the older issues, the first 50 issues, eventually. But so it's called this number 51 is June. I think 1966. I think. This Man, This Monster. So this is a very famous cover. There's a Marvel Zombies version of this, pretty scary looking. But yeah, the fabulous FF must solve the terrible riddle of this man, this monster. Quite possibly, this may be one of the greatest illustrated epics yet produced by Stan Lee, writer, Jack Kirby, penciler, Joe Sinnott, inker, and Artie Semick, letterer. Occasionally, a tale needs no introduction. This is such a tale. A rainy night, a strangely forlorn figure, and rare wonderment awaits us. I'll never be human again. I'll live and die just the way I am. Look, Dave. Isn't that the thing? He must be. Today isn't Halloween. Want to lift, big fella? A guy could catch a cold that way. A normal guy, you mean? Weather don't bother me. Is anything wrong? You look kind of beat. So would you, if you had a face like mine. Don't mind me. I'm okay. Everything's coming up roses. See you around. They tried to be helpful. Yeah, some chance. How'd he help an orange-skinned freak whose gal gave him the air? I wonder what made me walk to this neighborhood. Almost like something was pulling. Hey, I saw you out there in the rain. Why not come in where it's warm and dry? What is this? Be nice to gargoyles week or something? I can understand your bitterness and sympathize with it. I, too, know how it feels to be lonely and sad of heart. He still suspects nothing. I must be careful. So very careful. I'll just sit here for a minute. I'm tired of walking, tired of thinking. Perhaps a warm cup of coffee will make you feel better. There ain't enough coffee in the world to... nuts. I'm beginning to sound like a blasted soap opera. That's alright. I don't mind. What's your angle, pal? You a talent scout for a freak show or something? No. But I too have been rejected. I am a scientist. But I'm also a man who knows how it feels to be scorned by others. To be mocked and ridiculed. Because of my theories. Knock it off. You're breaking my heart. One Reed Richards is enough. I wish I had Richards' money and his equipment. With his reputation, his fame, his assets, he can accomplish seeming miracles. You sure come on strong, mister. Well, thanks for the Java, chum. I'm gonna grab me some shut-eye. He's tired. The coffee worked well. Wait. No need to go out in the rain. I have a couch you can use. If it isn't much, but... it isn't much, but if you're sleepy... I don't get it. I can hardly keep my peepers open. I'm bushed. So far, so good. He's sound asleep. Everything worked perfectly. After tonight, they'll laugh at my theories no longer. I'll have proven myself at last. And then I'll score the greatest triumph of all. Single-handed, I'll destroy the entire Fantastic Four. Thus, I'll prove for all time that I am the mental superior of Reed Richards. I spent a lifetime creating a duplication apparatus, and it's taken long months of patient planning to lure the thing into this room by using my short-range subliminal influencer. But now, all the labor, all the waiting, all the scheming will pay off at last. I'm through being a loser. This time I've got the winning hand. As for the thing, there's no way he can ever stop me. He was the perfect choice for my experiment, because of our slight skeletal resemblance. That fact will make the duplication process all the more effective. And now, let it begin. It's working. It's working, as I knew it would. I can sense it. I can feel it. My apparatus is duplicating the thing, cell for cell, molecule for molecule. It's over. I'm an exact replica of him. Now, all his fame and his power are mine. As for the real thing, he's got no cause to complain. He's returned to his normal form. Now I am the monster, and not he. But this is only the first phase of my plan. There is still much to be done. I must begin immediately to practice speaking in the exact same manner as the real orange-skin thing. A few days later, in the tower of the world-famous Baxter Building, we find... I'll have to skip dinner tonight, Sue. I can't stop working now. But that's what you said last night, Reed, and the night before. I'm sorry, dear, but it won't take too much longer. If this works, it will give Earth a weapon with which to fight extraterrestrial menaces, such as Galactus. Do you think he'll return? There's always a chance, and in this new space age, we must have adequate defenses against any attack. I think you know more than you're telling me. You've had work crews all week building new machines, especially that one in the locked lead-lined room. How did you find out? Before the puzzled girl can reply, a familiar face booms out. What is this about a locked room, Stretcho? Ben, you're back. Sure, it's nice to you to notice. Where have you been, Ben? We haven't heard from you for days. I had me some thinking to do. I hope you got whatever was bothering you out of your system. We have no time for prima donnas here. Relax, Hambone. I'm okay now. Hey, where's the torch? He's attending Metro College, but I'll tell you about it later. You've got work to do now. You're just in time to move that particle, Move that meson particle smasher for me. What? Me? Move that? Quit clowning, Ben. I'm working against time. Every minute counts. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, I guess, if you want me to lift it. I can lift it if you want me to. Of course you can. You've done it dozens of times before. Sure, I just forgot. Hey, how about that? With one hand yet. Over here, Ben. Come on, step on it. What's gotten into you, big fella? Can you guess what's gotten into him, big brain? That sounded like Ben. Watch yourself, Stretch. That guy's a fake. And he ain't the real thing. I am. Reed, it isn't possible, but look. Easy. There must be an answer. All right, smart guy, talk. How did you do it? How'd you turn yourself into the thing? I said talk. Wait till I stop trembling, Sonny. Look, I don't know who this nut is, but if he don't stop breathing in my face, he knows who I am, all right. He duplicated me somehow. He turned into the thing, and I turned back to Ben Grimm. We gotta make him admit it. Now hold on, mister. The thing isn't exactly an easy man to imitate. He's not imitating me. He is me. I mean, step aside, egghead. I'll settle this before you can say Aunt Petunia. No, Ben, have you gone mad? You can't attack him with that titanium steel bar. You gotta be kidding. If I wanted to clobber him, I wouldn't need any bar. I just wanted to put on a show for you. Now, if I am really the thing, then who's doing this? Crunch. Any questions? Look, friend, I'll admit you bear an uncanny resemblance to Ben Grimm, but I don't know how you can expect to get away with such a foolish claim. You mean you don't believe me? You catch on real quick, bub. Alright. I ain't gonna bang my head against a stone wall. I'm Ben Grimm and nothing can change that. I know it, and he knows it. But if you want to play footsie with him, go ahead. What do I care? It's your funeral. Maybe he'll teach you a lesson for once. Reed Richards. Boy genius. Ha, what a laugh. It's incredible. Not only is he a dead ringer for you, Ben, but he sounds just like you. Big deal. He's probably been taking electrocution lessons. Too bad I had to blow the guy's gimmick. I wonder what he was after. For a minute there I was starting to believe that phony. If his story weren't so impossible, he did seem to be Ben Grimm. Now, don't get huffy, Benjamin. You know I trust you with my life. In fact, that's just what I'm about to do. Huh? Now what in blazes are you talking about? I gotta test the machine I've just completed, Ben. If anything goes wrong, only you can save me. Reed, what is it you mean? What is it? You haven't told me. There isn't time, Sue. Have faith in me, as I haven't been. But if that dangerous, why can't I help you? I know you've the heart, darling, but you haven't the strength. Only Ben can do it. Do what, Reed? Tell me. Yes, I owe you that much. There are those who have mastered the space-time principle, the ability to speed faster than light to any part of the universe. Galactus, the Watcher, the Silver Surfer, they can all do it. But how does that affect us? There can be no defense against a faster-than-light attack. And so, for the safety of Earth, the sake of the human race, man, too, must break the same barrier. And there's a big image of the machine. I don't know if my recorder can pick that up. And then they entered the locked room where they find this huge radical cube. This huge radical cube is designed to create a dimensional entrance into subspace, which is the area I must explore. I'm going to enter the cube now, Ben, while you hold that reel of super tensile strength cable. What am I supposed to do with the blame thing? If I run into any danger, I'll tug on it, and you're to pull me back here immediately, no matter what. Reed, wait. Please, take me with you. Please, don't let me go too, good darling. Let me go too. I can't, my darling. But knowing that you're here, waiting, I'll come back, though Satan himself would bar the way. I'm surprised they got like a reference to the devil in this, considering the time period it was published. At that moment, unaware of the crisis rapidly developing at FF headquarters, Johnny Storm and his college roommate, Wyatt Wingfoot, are at the cozy campus coffee shop. Yeah, so that's again alliteration. Yeah, I know, I'm aware that Stanley did it to remember, but I think he also liked doing it. The alliteration too, he liked doing it. They sure are noisy behind that, in that booth behind us, Johnny. Yeah, it's Whitey Mullins, the big mouth football star in his personal cheering section. I hear that the Human Torch enrolled at Metro, Whitey. Looks like you will be having some competition now. Not a chance, sugar. Take away his flame and he's nothing. Got news for you, Whitey. He's in the next booth. You're Johnny Storm, right? Say hello to Whitey Mullins. Okay, hello. No, he's not Whitey. So that's the famous Human Torch. Big deal. Better turn around, Johnny. Whitey wants to talk to you. So let him talk. How about showing us what you can do, kid? Let's see you flame on. Alright, if this'll get rid of you, so I can finish my Java in peace. Here, satisfied? Sure, and I'll even help douse it for you, like this. Good old Whitey, he's a panic. Hey! Great sense of humor you got, Mullins. How'd you like a fat lip to go with it? You wouldn't talk so big if you weren't the Human Torch, squirt. I don't need my flame to handle a crumb like you. I say you do. And I say he doesn't. Who the heck are you? Stay out of it, Wyatt. This is my fight. My name is Wyatt Wingfoot, and I don't like to see my friends pushed around. Not even by a granite-brained Geridian star. Oh, look at those shoulders. Why Wingfoot? Why does that name sound so familiar? So this is the secret that was teased at the last issue. I think it reveals it. So the torch has to go around with a bodyguard, huh? Knock it off, Mullins. This isn't his fight. Why don't you just go back to your booth? No one tells me what to do. Suddenly, the angry figure of an older man breaks through the ever-growing circle of Metro students. Mullins, what's going on here? I warned you about that temper of yours. Relax, Coach. We're just having a little peaceful discussion. That's all. Back away, smart guy. You're not fooling anyone. Look, Coach, you can chew me out in the field or in the locker room, but this isn't any of your business. So long as you're on my team, anything you do is my business. Don't you ever forget it, Mullins. Don't blame him, Coach Thorpe. I guess it was just as much my fault. Nuts. I'm cutting out. I don't need a twerp like the torch putting in a good word for me. I sure feel sorry for Coach Thorpe. How do you keep a star quarterback in line when you both know the team's nothing without him? Yeah, so again, the subplot doesn't really, I think even after this issue, I think it ends after this issue. Because there's different stories that happen after. Stanley focuses on different, more exciting stories after. But sorry I've caused any trouble, Coach. Forget it, son. Say, what's your name, big fella? I haven't seen you here before. I am Wyatt Wingfoot, sir. Wingfoot? I should have guessed. The size of you. Your features. You gotta be related to Big Will Wingfoot, the greatest Olympic decathlon star this country ever had. So that's the secret. He's the son of an Olympic decathlon star. Yes, he was my father. I knew it. How soon can you come out for practice? I'm sorry. I'm not interested in athletics, Coach Thorpe. But your father, there was nothing more to be said, sir. What's wrong, dear? You look as though you've seen a ghost. I almost have. That boy is Will Wingfoot's son. If he's inherited even a fraction of his father's prowess. But what am I saying? What difference does it make? He doesn't want to try out for the team. He won't even discuss athletics. Don't worry, Jim. There'll be other players. No, not like him. Don't you see, Belle? His father and I, we were teammates. We were great together. And now, fate has sent Wyatt to me. It's my big chance to coach the greatest team of all before I retire. I've got to make him play. Yes, so this story literally, it doesn't, like I've said before, doesn't go anywhere. But now it's time to return to the Baxter Building, where Reed Richards is about to undertake one of the most dangerous feats of his career. Reed, my darling, don't do it. I have a premonition of disaster. Or at least let me come with you. It's impossible, Sue. I can't turn back now. Subspace must be explored and conquered for the good of mankind. I always thought he was just a glamour pants. Out for all the dough and the glory he could get. But he's tackling a job that won't net him a plug nickel. And he's doing it without any fanfare or any publicity. Remember, Ben, don't let go of that line. My life is in your hands. There can be no turning back now. Once I push this lever, this phase-driven drive mechanism will be automatically activated. It must be done, no matter what. Now! Clack. I've done it. The universe seems to be tearing itself open, falling apart. I shredded the very fabric of infinity, where all positive matter is transposed into negative form. And now, I'm plunging through the resulting void which I've created in the space-time dimensional barrier. It's almost more than human eyes can bear. I'm actually witnessing a four-dimensional universe, but the effect of seeing it with three-dimensional vision is indescribable. The line which is tied to me is my only contact with reality, If that should break, I'd be lost forever. Everything is moving faster now. The universe has become a vast kaleidoscope of light and sound. There's only one explanation. I'm finally approaching my goal. I'm at the very edge of subspace. I've done it. I'm drifting into a world of limitless dimensions. It's the crossroads of infinity, the junction to everywhere. So I think this is the first appearance of the negative zone. In the earlier comic, it said there was a negative zone over the Great Refuge City with the Inhumans, but this is the actual dimension of the negative zone. So this is where Nihilus. We haven't been introduced to a Nihilus yet, but that's where and Blastar and Annihilus live there. But I still can't control my movements. I'm being buffeted helplessly through the void. Yet every form of matter seems to be plunging madly towards one central source. And then, suddenly, the lone, dedicated human who is Reed Richards sees the senses-shattering fate that seems to await him. Ahead of me, it's the one thing I feared, the one thing there can be no defense against. The elements of subspace are being irresistibly drawn back towards Earth, but here in subspace all matter is negative, while Earth is positive. Therefore, whatever strikes the atmosphere of Earth must instantly explode. My only chance for escape is the line. Ben has to feel my tugging. He's got to pull me back while he still can. Nothing's happening. If he fails me now, I'm doomed. Ben! Where are you? Ben! Ben! And at the other side of the fateful line we find he's tugging. All I gotta do is ignore him, and I'll have beaten the one man I've ever envied. The one man no one else could ever defeat. But all of a sudden, I don't envy him anymore. I never knew how brave he was, how unselfish. Ben, the line is growing taut. It's Reed. It's his signal. All these years, when I thought I never got the breaks, now I know the truth. It was my fault, nobody else's. I wouldn't work hard enough. I wouldn't make the sacrifices that a Reed Richards would. Pull him in, Ben. Quickly, Ben. I never saw things so clear before. It's almost like I've really become the thing, not just imitation. Ben, for the love of heaven. I never did a worthwhile thing in my whole life, but now I finally got the chance. I can really be Ben Grimm. I've got to do it. I'll save Richards. Don't worry, lady. I'll get him now. But before the strange changeling can make a move, I waited too long. It snapped. He's done for. And it's because of me. Oh no, no. I've got to go after him. He can't be left alone in there. He needs me. He needs me. Stay back, do you hear? Stay back. There's nothing you can do. Whatever's happening to him, only a mass of muscle can help. You wait out there, baby. I'll whistle if I need you. Maybe if I'm lucky, I can still grab that busted hunk of line before it's too late. I got it. But in the making of his last-ditch desperate leap after the thin strand of cable, the man with the thing's body is himself instantly drawn into the incredible barrier between the dimensions. Now I've done it. Whatever happened to Richards will happen to me, too. I can't turn back. Lucky the body of the thing is strong enough to stand extreme conditions without a protective helmet, or I'd be done already. There he is, still alive. But for how long? Ben, you fool. You shouldn't have come after me. Now we're both doomed. You were just supposed to pull the line when I tugged it, Ben. Old friend, I didn't want this to happen to you. In a few seconds we'll reach the atmosphere below us, and mean instant death. If only you hadn't come. So this is how it's gonna end. And even now, he's more worried about me than himself. Brace yourself, Ben. We did the best we could. No one can do more. No more. You were the greatest partner a man ever had. That's the guy I spent years hating, being jealous of. I ain't even worth his little pinky. And suddenly, maybe we don't have to both die, mister. Ben, what are you doing? The one worthwhile thing I ever did in my whole wasted life. Even the strength which I now possess I stole from another. But maybe I can use that strength to even the score somehow. I tossed him back in exactly the same direction I came from. He's out of sight now, so I'll never know. So long, Richards. I hope you make it. As for me, I'm not going to feel sorry for myself. Not many men get a second chance to make up for the rotten things they've done in their lifetime. I guess I'm luckier than most. I got that chance, for I finally learned what it means to have a friend. And at that moment, in another section of our vast, unfathomable universe, unaware of the dire danger confronting Reed Richards, the real Ben Grimm prepares to pay a call. My only hope is that Alicia will be able to tell who I am. Being blind, she's more sensitive to a person's true self than anyone with sight could be. Even though she can't see, I'm still kind of nervous to be facing her like a normal man. It's what I always wanted, always dreamed of. If only it happened some other way. I can't let that phony take my place in the FF. There's no telling what'll happen when he does. If he does. But then, as Ben Grimm knocks on the door, he sees my hand. Startled, shocked, stunned into speechlessness, he has no way of knowing that a universe away, the man who has taken his identity has now given it up again, forever. Finally, when that initial numbed reaction has passed, I become the thing again. Now I can go back and clobber that creep who's posing as me. Besides, by turning into Ben Grimm again, I might have had a chance with Alicia, even against the Silver Surfer. But now it's too late. I'm a walk-in, living monster again. Maybe it's the real me. Maybe Ben Grimm is nothing more than a dream. And a scant few seconds later, I thought I heard someone at the door, but no one's here now. Yet I had the strangest feeling in my heart, as though it was someone whom I love. But now, let's rush back to the Baxter building before the thing gets there, because we don't want to miss this next event. Reed, my darling, it's you. You're alive. He did it. I'm back. Ben saved you. I knew he would. I knew it. He never failed us yet. But Reed, where is he? He didn't return with you. What happened to him? Sue, I don't know how to say it. It happened so quickly. One minute we were together, and then it was over. I owe him my life. It's my fault, Sue. The line I told him to hold, it must have pulled him into subspace. No, darling, no. He didn't do as you said. He waited too long, till the line snapped. I saw him. Don't try to spare my feelings, dear. You know how I felt about Ben. He was more than just a friend. I'd have given my life for him 1,000 times. If only we knew why he didn't pull the line in time. What does it matter now, with him gone? The phony must have bit the dust, and they still think he was me. The job-breaking egg-headed square. He does have feelings after all. Who'd have guessed? You can cool the crying towel bit now. I'm alive and kicking like always. Is that other guy I warned you about who cashed in Ben? Or is it Ben? How can we know? It is the real Ben. I can sense it, Reed. That's the answer I was looking for. That's why the other Ben didn't pull the line in time. He was an imposter. It's too good to be true, but I'll trust Sue's feminine intuition any time. Oh, Ben, dearest, we thought we had lost you. Easy, Susie gal. Your husband might get jealous and try to polish me off with some new $50 words. Okay, now, what about that rotten creep who tried to take my place here? What's the lowdown on him? Try not to judge him too harshly, Ben. Somehow, at the last minute, some of your own heroism reached out through the void and touched him. Huh? I'd still like to have gotten my own paws on him, just once. It's too late for that now, old friend. We'll never know the monstrous things he has done in the past, or what monstrous pet plans he has made. But one thing's for certain. He paid the price, and he paid it like a man. So, the next issue is the first appearance of Black Panther. I think I might do that next. I'll do that one next time. But, yeah, that was the issue. But, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like, comment, or subscribe, that'd be appreciated. I'll see you guys later.